and thank you for joining me on the See Me, See You channel. We are in 50 weeks of our self-care Truth or Dare, and we did skip a week last week because I was moving and I didn't get a chance to do a video. So we're going to do week 17 and 18 today, and I actually have a special guest with me to read one of the weeks. Week 16 was about setting a fitness goal and what would you like to achieve in 6 months. Did you set that goal? Are you working towards it? What are you doing? Let me know. I would love to hear your fitness goals. I am still working on my fitness goal. Unfortunately, when I was moving, I did hurt my knee, so that is setting me back a little bit to achieving that goal, but I will have that done no matter what. So as soon as my knee's better, I will be back to working out again. And then the dare was to do something nice for yourself. Are you doing anything nice for yourself? What is it? What are you doing for yourself? So always go out and do something nice for yourself, because if you don't, nobody else will. Like, people don't always do nice things for you, but if you do it for yourself, that's giving yourself care, that's giving yourself love, and it's doing something nice for yourself. So this week we're going to pick a stick for week 17 and for week 18. I will go ahead and do week 17 now, and then I'll have my special guest come on and pick for week 18. So let's go ahead and pick a stick in our little self-care Truth or Dare canister and see what our Truth or Dare is for this week. All right, for our truth. What do you like about yourself? This is a really good question, because a lot of times we are always being negative about ourselves. We're always looking at what we don't like about ourselves. And so I am challenging you to ask yourself a truthful question about what you like about yourself. There was something that I always loved, and I always felt it was my greatest assets. And as I'm learning more and more about myself, there's more and more things that I'm discovering that I love about myself. But one of them was my eyes, my lips, and my butt. I always felt like those were my nice assets, but I really love my positivity. I love my open-mindedness. I love the enthusiasm that I bring, and I just love how I can turn any kind of situation into a positive and see the silver lining in everything that is going on, no matter what the circumstances are. So I challenge you to ask yourself what you love about yourself, what you like about yourself, and write it down. Make sure and put it somewhere where you can see it every day and be reminded of just how special and how amazing of a person and being that you are. Now for our dare. Commit to learning something new. A language, an instrument, or a subject that interests you. Research your options and take the first step. What is something that you would like to learn? What is something new you would like to do? I can tell you that I've actually purchased a Native American flute, and I am working towards learning that. I haven't started it yet, but that is something that I have that I will be learning. I feel like I'm really musically inclined, and the Native American flute just touches my soul so much that in other lives that I've lived, in other dimensions, I've been a Native American, and playing the flute on top of the mountain in the middle of a forest is something I've always done and loved to do. So I want to bring that to my life this year, or not this year, but just to this life in general. So stay tuned, because I will be playing you a little song as soon as I learn something. As soon as I learn a good song after some practice, and I'm really super excited to practice my Native American flute, and it's very beautiful too. So now I am going to bring on my special guest. Her name is Kat, and she is actually a pageant contestant in the Colorado beauty pageant, and she is Miss Westminster. So let's go ahead and welcome Kat to the See Me, See You channel. Come on in, Kat.
Oh, hi. Thanks for having me. Well, I'm a little too tall. Sorry.
Yes, so Kat, tell me, how did you become Miss Westminster?
So it's funny. So actually one of my friends, she was one of the reigning queens for the Miss division. And there's a single lady division and the married lady. I'm in the married lady, so I'm the Mrs. Westminster.
Oh, Okay.
I know everyone always says Mr. or Mrs. It's always so hard to tell. But yeah, so she won the Miss Division back in 2020, and she was like, "Hey, you'd be great at this." And I'm like, "I am not a pageant girl. I like dirt, camping, four-wheeling. Like, I don't do heels." And she's like, "But you really love community. You love giving back to people. You know." Sorry, it's really bright out here.
Yes.
So I'm all like squinting.
I'm squinting too.
So I was like, okay, I'm listening. So then I talked with the pageant director, Emily, and I was like, all right, sign me up. So now I'm getting ready to do my third pageant next April, and I'm actually going from Mrs. Westminster to Mrs. Broomfield next year. So.
Oh, awesome. Well, when that time comes, we will definitely put a link here on the CMECU channel to get those votes in so we can vote for you to become the Queen of Colorado, which you're already a queen in my book.
Oh, thank you.
So she's going to go ahead and pick our stick for week 18, which that would be this week that we're in. And she'll read the truth first and then move to the dare and then give some examples or give things that you would do for these types of truths and dares.
All right, so for our truth, we have, are you in touch with your intuition? I'd have to say yes, because I'm a mom of a toddler, and I swear I can know when she's starting to do something that she's not supposed to do. So at least my mom intuition I'm very much in touch with, but I am slowly trying to learn, getting into the intuition of, okay, what is my body trying to tell me? Especially a lot of stuff with my health.
And what do you do for getting in touch with that tuition? What is there some practices that you would do to tune into your body or tune into that? What would you do?
I'm a really creative person, so just having like a creative outlet. I like to paint things. I'm not the best painter in the world, but I just like to paint certain like projects. So right now I've got a welcome sign that I'm working on painting, so I'll just kind of have my peaceful piano music on. I'll just kind of be painting and kind of checking in with myself, going, okay, you know, how am I feeling right now, and what do I need to be doing better? And so getting in touch that way.
That's really great, and having that creativity outlet is really awesome. And you don't have to be a great painter, because painting isn't about being perfect or being great. It's just about expressing yourself and putting it out on canvas. And really anything artistic is interpretation, up for interpretation, and everybody interprets that differently. So that's really great.
Yeah, for sure. And then the second part of that is, what does your inner wisdom mean to you? I think my inner wisdom is my inner child. So when it's telling me, you know, hey, you know, you need to be doing this. A good example is actually the pageant. You know, I never thought I could be a pageant girl. I was like, I'm too clumsy. I don't do heels. You know, that could never be me. And until something went, no, you know, you should really try this. And listening to that, and just the amazing friendships I've made with it, and the confidence I've been able to grow in the past 2 years has been phenomenal.
And also with your having that title, the impact that you can have on your community, and how you can show other women or other girls who may have had that same belief in themselves that they couldn't do that you can show them that even though you had that, you can go and do it. Like getting into it and doing it. So that is really awesome. I'm so happy you've done that. Like, it's really changed you and for the better, you know, and all the impact that you've done.
Yeah, because you've known me pre-pageant, now you've known me post-pageant,
yes.
and you've even come to the
I've
pageant.
come to the pageant.
Yeah,
she
got
really
to watch
fun.
me last year.
She really up-leveled her confidence in this whole experience.
Well, you got to when you're walking across stage in a swimsuit and heels, you
yes.
know?
Now we'll read the dare.
Oop, gotta have it right side up here. Give yourself 3 compliments or encouraging affirmations. Repeat them to yourself every day for the next week. Oh, I like this one. So I think one of the compliments I'd give myself is, you know, your weight loss journey has been fantastic. Compared to where I was a year ago to now, I haven't like dropped weight on the scale, but you can tell that I've lost the weight and I've built the muscle, and obviously muscle weighs more than fat does. So my weight stayed about the same, but you can tell I've dropped the pounds. So, you know, that you're looking great would be one of the compliments.
Or I am looking great.
I am looking great. Yes.
Yep.
Another compliment I'd give myself is, you know, you're working your butt off. You're doing great. Even though it doesn't seem like right now, you know, yeah, I'm working towards stuff, but the cash flow hasn't come in. It's getting there. You got to finish the project. So you know what? You're doing great. Keep going would be another compliment I give myself. The third compliment is, you're doing great, Mama. Like, I have a 2.5-year-old and she is a handful. And some days I'm like, am I doing this mommying thing right? It's like, no, I'm doing a great job. She's a healthy, wonderful little girl. And, I know she's comfortable with me because she can be this little terror because she knows this is her safe place. So I just got to remind myself of that.
And you're 2 years into the motherhood.
Yes.
Whereas I'm 14 years into it. There was definitely some doubts within myself where I was like, am I even doing this right? Am I being the best mother I can? But really all you can do is just be the best that you can. Mm-hmm. And like the compliments I'd give myself is like, I am safe. I am loved. I am supported. I am doing the best that I can. I am positive. I am loving. I am kind, and I'm kind to myself. I just love giving love and being love and shining light, and anytime you want to give yourself compliments, you put I am. I was just reading a post today on Facebook where, yes, this post is like you're reading it, but it's like you're loved, you're shared. So it's like this person is telling you you're loved, you're cared for, you're safe. But when I read those posts, I say I am loved, I am safe, I am this, I am that. So when I'm putting posts out like that for little inspirational affirmations, I want to say I am because you're reading it. So when you're reading it, I want you to read I am loved, I am safe, I am protected, I am supported, I am doing the best that I can. And you are, and that's all you can do is do the best that you can because it's your life, nobody else could do it for you. So I just highly encourage that you give yourself this time and give yourself the chance to love yourself more and be more of who you are and shine that light that you came here to shine. You did not come here to struggle and to judge yourself and to beat yourself up and to dim your light for others. You came here to make an impact, to make a difference, and to change lives and to change your life and to live your best life. And you can only do that by supporting yourself, loving yourself, and also having the support and love from others who encourage you by lifting you up and bringing the best out of you than tearing you down because they're hurt or they're not doing it for themselves.
Yes.
So that's where I really encourage you to take these truth or dares and be serious about it and ask yourself these questions and do them. And I just know that once we're done with all these 50 weeks of self-care truth or dare, you will have so much in your toolbox to make a difference in your own life, to feel good about you and your body and your mind and your soul, and really live the life that you came here to live. So I want to thank my special guest, Kat, for coming in on this and reading Truth or Dare for week 18. And this is something I'm going to continue doing. So I'm going to put it out there to see who would like to be a guest on here, who wants to make an impact, who wants to give some examples of some of the self-care practices that they do for themselves so that it helps others to give that to themselves. So thank you for joining me this week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. It might be a little delayed because I will be moving next week, so just hang in there. We will get through these weeks, but until then, we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.